What's going on, everybody? This is Preston here, and this is the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins rematch, Week 9. This time, the Bills playing at their home stadium. Dolphins come up to Buffalo, and this game was down to the wire, and it ended up with Tyler Bass's 61-yard field goal to get the win, 27-30. Oh my goodness, man. Tyler Bass was clutch. He missed like an extra point earlier in this game, but holy crap. Uh, I'm so proud of Tyler Bass. Like, I know there were people doubting him. He missed that field goal in the divisional round last season against the Kansas City Chiefs. And he was struggling. I gotta admit, Tyler Bass isn't the best kicker, but today he absolutely gave it his all, and he absolutely was phenomenal on this. He made all three of his field goals, guys. Tyler Bass is one of the MVPs of this game. Well, one of the most valuable players of this game. Because if it wasn't for him, we would not even win this game, to be honest with you. So yeah, but I gotta say, now let's get down to the offense and the defense. We started off really slow in the first half. Both offense, well, defensively started off a little good in the first quarter, but on a decline for the defense in the second, third, and the fourth. Like, our defense majority just wasn't really the best. We couldn't really stop the run that well for the Miami side. So yeah, for the rushing yards, we gave up over 100 yards on the ground. So for the Miami side, the rushing touchdown for the Miami was to Devon Achane. So yeah, and also the receivers. Tyreek Hill, 4 for 80. Devon Achane, 8 for 58. He was one of the players that was really affecting. And Jalen Waddle, I know he had some sort of injury towards later in the game, but he actually had a receiving touchdown. So Odell Beckham Jr. was in this game. He's for the Miami Dolphins. 3 receptions for 15 yards. Raheem Mostert, 2 receptions for 32. So yeah, and then both defenses were not really that effective, especially in the second half. So yeah, but now let's get down to our side. Now let's get down to the offense. I said what I said about the defense. Defensively wasn't really our best game. This is the most points we've given up since the Baltimore Ravens game back in week 4. But I gotta say, man, just we've seen a trend. Like, the first half for us is usually slow, but the second half we crank it up in the second half. So Josh Allen, he completed 25 out of his 39 passes, 3 touchdown passes, and that 1 interception, which that was not even his fault at all. That was on Keon Coleman for not reeling in. That should have been a touchdown. That should have been a touchdown, but it ended up getting deflected, bounced off of Keon Coleman's hands and chest, and that was ended up getting an interception. So that I'm trying to look to see who that interception was to. I gotta go back to the Miami side, but yeah, rushing yards for receiving for the Bills. Shout out to Ray Davis, man. He absolutely had a good game. Ray Davis, especially when it comes to running. Well, running the ball, we didn't really necessarily have a great day when it comes to running. James Cook had 10 carries for 44 yards. Just the Miami defense, they just shut down for like under 100 yards from our end. So Josh Allen rushed 2 for 7. Ty Johnson 3 for 23. We had no rushing touchdowns. All of our touchdowns were Josh Allen passing touchdowns. So 1 to Ray Davis, 1 to Matt Collins, and 1 to Quentin Morris, which Josh Allen was threw that ball while he was in a sack to give it to Quentin Morris. So yeah, like the offense, like especially in the second half, our offense played tremendously well in the second half. Like, our offense played phenomenal in the second half. Like, this has been our trend. We usually are slow in the first half, but when it comes to the second half, we are absolutely lights out. The only part about our team that wasn't lights out in the second half is obviously our defense. Like we couldn't really stop stop the run that well. I'm not sure if Miami really ever punted. Well, surprisingly, we only punted one time. Uh, Same with they only punted one time. Both teams only punted one time. So yeah, trying to see who that interception. Oh, that was to Jalen Ramsey. So Jalen Ramsey, he was the one that caught that interception, deflected from off of Keon Coleman. Tua Tagovailoa, he had a good game. Well, great game, I should say. 231 yards of passing. He only incompleted the ball 3 times though. So yeah, and he had 2 passing touchdowns, one to Devine Achane and Jalen Waddle. So yeah, and our offense, we were able to execute. We were able to execute really well in the second half. First half, we were just slow. Penalties, we had penalties, but some of the penalties that we had just were at the wrong time. We're at the wrong time, guys. We had penalties at the wrong time. There were of course fumbles, a fumble recovery. Our offense, like I said, played phenomenal in the second half. But ultimately, we ended up getting the job done. Man, a 61-yard field goal from Tyler Bass. That's the longest in Buffalo Bills history, guys. History. So, man, I'm excited and I am relieved at the same time. Man, like, oh my goodness. Let's go. So, yeah, guys, and the Miami Dolphins choked away the game. They are now 2-6. Miami Dolphins, they aren't making the playoffs this year. They are not. They're done. They are toast. Close win. We own these fins. We squished these fish. Yeah, and overall, guys, first half we were slow, and second half for our offense, we played phenomenal, and we ended up coming back and winning this game. So, yeah, that's it, guys. We're now 7-2. Week 10 will be the Indianapolis Colts, but defensively though, I know we will get back to getting better on defense. Gotta get ready for next week against the Colts, and yeah, guys. So what a clutch performance by Tyler Bass. Man, both offenses were really good in the second half. And yeah, really, majority of so yeah, guys, that's it. And anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.